Hey everyone, do you know what are the most popular operating system? Is it Windows, Linux or macOS? First of all, we're gonna see what is an operating system. In simple language, it is a system software that manages computer hardware and the software resources. It acts as a bridge between the user and the computer hardware, allowing us to interact with the computer. So let's see which are the top 10 most popular operating system of all time. Number 10. KaiOS. KaiOS launched in May 2017. It is a mobile Linux distribution for keyboard-based mobile phones. It is designed and optimized for affordable and low-power feature phones while retaining access to the internet service throughout the web apps. KaiOS is currently the third largest mobile operating system globally with approximately 100 million active users. At 2019, it was successful at capturing up to 5% of the global handset. But in current scenario, KaiOS is not that much popular at all because of when Android and iOS launched, they gave bunch of features for their user base and all the users are shifted to Android or iOS based operating system. So in number 9, we have Chrome OS. Chrome OS was launched by Google in July 2011 as a lightweight, fast and code-based operating system. By 2020, over 50 million Chromebooks had been sold, especially popular in schools. At its peak in 2021, Chrome OS held nearly 10% of the US school laptop market, mainly in K-12 classroom. Doesn't need heavy update and works smoothly with the Google apps like Doc, Drive and Classrooms. It is simple, secure and perfect for students, teachers and anyone who just needs a reliable device for web-based work. Move to number 8, we have Linux. Linux first emerged in August 1991 as a community-driven kernel project. Over a decade, distributions like Ubuntu, Fedora and Linux Mint have amassed roughly 200 million desktop users and now power 90% of the web service worldwide. At its 2016 peak, Linux captured about 2% of the consumer desktop space. Its open source, modularity, zero licensing cost, and rock-solid security have made it to go-to platform for developers, privacy advocates, and cloud infrastructure alike. In number 7, we have our latest Windows operating system, Windows 11. It debuted in October 2021. Windows 11 has already activated over 400 million devices by mid-2024, reaching a 20% global desktop share in Q1 2025. Microsoft Fluent Design, native Android app support, and AI-powered productivity tools position Windows 11 as a hybrid work powerhouse that balances gaming, creativity, and enterprise-grade security. Move on to the number 6, we have Mac OS. It started in March 2001 with the launch of OS X 10.0. Since then, Apple has sold around 200 million Mac devices up to 2024. In 2023, Mac OS hit its peak with 80% of the global desktop market share. Not bad for a system that only runs on Apple's own hardware. Why is it so popular? Well, it's all about the clean interface and smooth performance. Also, it is a go-to OS for creatives like video editors, designers, and musicians. And let's not forget, Apple is serious about privacy and security. In number 5, we have Apple's one and only smartphone operating system, iOS. Apple introduced iOS in June 2007 alongside the first iPhone. Today, more than 2.8 billion iPhones and iPad devices run iOS, which captured 27% of the global smartphone market in 2023. Consistent OS updates, accurate App Store monetization engine, and relentless UX optimization have cemented iOS as a gold standard for mobile security and developer revenue. In number 4, we have Windows, another OS version, Windows 7. Windows 7 launched in October 2009 as a post-Vista performance champion. By 2012, it commanded 57% of the global PCs, with over 800 million licenses sold. Its intuitive interface, board hardware capability, and enterprise trust made it the definitive Windows experience for all the generation of the consumers and businesses. Now we are moving to top 3 popular operating system, and the third one is Windows XP. It is an old is gold operating system. Released in October 2001, Windows XP blended anti-kernel stability with WinX usability. It sold roughly 500 million licenses and reached a 76% global PC share in 2008. Even after support it ended, XP's reliability and familiarity sustained it as the digital backbone of the 2000s. In second position, we have Windows, another version, Windows 10. Windows 10 arrived in July 2015 as a free upgrade. It is released after the downfall of Windows 8, skyrocketing to 1.5 billion activation by 2023 and peaking at a 47% global desktop share in 2021. Its Universal Windows Platform version integrated Xbox Game Bar and Enterprise's mobile devices management capability, positioned it as Microsoft's modern converged OS for PCs, tablets, and IoT devices. Now we finally arrived at the top 1 position of the popular operating system, that is Android operating system. Android first snipped in September 2008 and now powers over 3.5 billion active devices. It packed at a 72% share of the global smartphone in 2024 thanks to the open source AOSP model, massive OEM support, and the Google Play Store 60 billion plus annual ecosystem. Android has created a $1 trillion mobile economy, and all the smartphone company excluding Apple and the Huawei all uses Android as their basic operating system. That's why it remains the undefeatable consumer OS of all time. So, if you learn any new information, hit the like button and put your reviews on the comment box. Subscribe the channel for this type of video. See you later.